Alright, Alan, so this is the very first swing we recorded tonight. And like you're saying, you're about a club shorter than when you're playing better. Now that's beautiful to see that you're dead on that plane line on the downswing. But from this angle, and I like how compact it was starting out tonight. I mean, but you can really see there's no rehinge there. And I'm saying that's part of the feel of the pop that you had more at the end of the winter. You see there's no wrist hinge there at all through the ball into the follow-through. And you said you're feeling in front of it, and I would tend to say, well, yeah, because you are about 60% in front of it. And so as we got through the lesson tonight, I got that ball much farther forward in your stance. This is you trying to feel the hinge now as we got into the lesson tonight. And you can see you're aiming to the right quite a bit there. I didn't bother you with that tonight. But see, you're feeling ahead of the ball because I'm saying you are. You're right on top of it. Then when you shift forward a little bit, see you have about 70 or 80% of your body on this side of the line. So now we start working on the hinge. Yep, taking the smaller swings. There you go, buddy. See, it's happening right at the end. There's your backward L. We'd love to see that just earlier in the follow-through. Then I want you to take it even smaller so you can feel it. There you go, buddy. And so it just gradually got better as we went through the lesson. And then to make it better, there you go, that hinged pretty well in the backswing. Yeah, there you go. So that's why it looks better there. Got into it. Next one. Yeah, that was the bad one I really didn't like. See, there was like no hinge on that backswing. Same one there, I didn't like that. And then I think I reminded you about it. Yeah, there you go. And that's hugely better looking on the video. There you go, buddy. That one looked pretty sweet. Yeah. And then here. And again, you see, again, that's what you felt a little bit towards the end of the winter after we'd worked on it for a couple months, was that there's much more power in the wrists and stuff, and there's actually more power if you let your lower body and upper body be more stable. You know, instead of kind of overturning with your hips and shoulders. Yeah, so I see at live speed, that's going to look pretty doggone smooth. And the ultimate example of this, you know, is this right here. You see how much play there is in his wrist, how that club head's really going fast, and yet, boy, his upper body and lower body are just not moving very much at all. and that's what this is closer to. Yeah, it's getting closer to that than the first one we saw tonight. Yeah, than this. See how late that rehinge is happening, like right there. You know, right at the very end of the follow-through is where you finally get a little play in your wrist. So yeah, this look right here, buddy. Much better. Still would like that farther forward in your stance, a little more narrow stance. Like this. Right there, that's right there. It's more where you want it looking. Isn't that funny? You got it in the right spot in your stance, and then swing later, you got it farther back where I don't want it. All right. Yeah.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.